It's the Miami Heat facing the Memphis Grizzlies. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. In the corner, it's Bane. That three off the mark. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those three outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those three guys. That's a great base for the future.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does, and it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Now, here's Wiggins. Good.
And this is why Wiggins has become an efficient scorer, doing a much better job with his shot quality, and loves now to attack inside.
Bane, no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Buries it from three-point range.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Fires away from way outside. And it's Morant missing.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
And there's that vertical of Hero. Gets off the floor with ease and just hammers that one down.
Pass to Wells. On the wing, Jackson. To end the run. And Ware pulls it down. It's been a quick start for Miami. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach. They were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Thank you, David. They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin. On this trip, they can't continue to come up empty.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Hero. Following the basket by Ja Morant. Pass to Ware. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Those three-pointers off the mark. The Grizzlies trailed by 6. Here's Jackson, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And great from deep, Jackson. No issues hitting the mid-range either. Another big who has range in the new NBA. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And it's Morant missing.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Here's Edey, still without a basket. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. Here's Jackson, 6-point game. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part because they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
The effectiveness of Bam on the rebound. He's got the perfect physicality for chasing boards and knows how to use it.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Here's Hero. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Hero's got 6.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Here's Larson. And so it's the Miami Heat. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident shooting the ball with... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Miami.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
Hero with it. Lays it up and banks it in. Hero's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Miami. Jackson deciding where to go with it. The quick look, no good that time.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Aldama offline with his 3. Here's Larson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Larson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. It's Pippen with the drive. And again, unable to change momentum here. And it's Anderson with the ball for Miami. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Pass to Robinson. 3-pointer. Hero with it. He's picked up by Pippen. Good ball movement here by Miami. Traps in the tray. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific score. Down low. Here's Ware. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Ware's got his first bucket in this one.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Miami leading by 16. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. They got some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. The Heat shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27 and 55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
Left side, Bain. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Both teams will make substitutions. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Connects from three-point range.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Morant. And the basket is good. Morant's got 7 points.
And no problem for Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
Has to wear. Wants to get it to Burks and does. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. Ware, no good. Hit the floater. And it's Morant missing. Miami leading by 16. Wiggins, right side. Wells with the steal. Here's Clark. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. So it's Miami now. Mitchell outside. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the half. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Heat have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving.
Pass to Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Double team on Adebayo. The Heat need to get a shot off. Miami no good on that time either. Jackson up top. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And so it's Miami with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be right back after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so here is Miami. It's a 14-point game. Has to wear. And here's Adebayo outside. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Conjar up top. And the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now Conjar. Memphis moving it around. Here's Morant. It's hauled in by the Heat. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Limpio y par de campeonatos, pero antes trabajaba hasta limpieza y ornato. Quieren copiar el flow, pero les cambia el formato. Correa desde arriba, ve como yo lo mato. El respeto de los veteranos desde novatos. Procura que en mi zona tú no seas no grato, porque hasta de día están sonando los. Me respetan y los capos. A la hora cero, en la raya seguimos on fire. Aquí no se falla, nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo super saiyan. Subiendo de level como Sandel Saya. En la olimpiada con todas las medallas. Van a extrañarme el día que me vaya. Todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. Young Kings, baby. Santurce. PR.
I keep it player while some choose to play it safe. Boy, check the resume, it's risky business in the AA. And I've been witness to this history ever since the 10th grade.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Mavericks are coming to town.
Here we go.
It's getting noisy here in Charlotte for this Hornets home game. Like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And it's the Hornets ball. And Doris, a new era began in Charlotte after Michael Jordan's departure as owner in 2023.
And Kevin, with that ownership change, there's always a transition period, and it may take a while for the Hornets to find success, but there are some reasons for optimism, and you begin with the young point guard.
Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out Doris a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim protection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do. Do your job.
Team foul.
Down low. Here's Williams. Bridges left side. Shot clock at 6. Outside ball. Shoots a fader. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
At the line for one. LaMelo Ball.
That's good from Ball. LaMelo Ball came in like a storm into this NBA, Doris, but hasn't been able to stay healthy since.
It's so true, Kevin, and that's unfortunate because the skill is apparent every time he plays. He's a game changer with his size and his playmaking. The NBA is better off because of the flair and the style he brings when he is healthy.
Now, here is Miller. Right side, Green. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Thompson. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Here's Irving. Thompson outside. Shoots the three. Bridges with the board.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Ball. Misses from close range.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Now, Coach immediately recognized the many talents of Kyrie Irving. One thing he pointed out was not losing Irving on defense. Coach said Irving is just as dangerous without the ball. We can't let him get behind us. We have to make sure someone is on him at all times. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Pass to Bridges. And Bridges jams it in.
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
Williams with the ball. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Bridges shot. Good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Irving, good. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to talk to his guys. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Now here is Davis. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And just a good job of getting a high percentage look. Davis knows how to put himself in position to attack.
Here's Curry to the wing right side. At the elbow, Smith. Charlotte moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Curry with the 3. The Hornets rebound. There's the 3. No good. Shot missing. And so here is Dallas. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Christie. Hasn't made one yet. They now take the lead.
Maintained his concentration beautifully as he double clutched and laid it in against some tight D.
Bridges outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Mavericks on top. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Lively, that's good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to ball. Inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Mavericks leading. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Good on the three-point shot. Dinwiddie's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, he has proven that you've got to respect the long-range ability of Spencer Dinwiddie. Nice.
And it's ball penetrating. And it's in there.
Well, everyone's seeking those high-percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
The drive-by Ball. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, this is exactly what you want from LaMelo Ball, attacking the rim off the drive.
To the middle. Here's Lively. Now, here is Irving. Ball with the rebound. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. And yes, it's good.
Well, how about that floor awareness by Spencer Dinwiddie, getting his guys the basketball in great spots.
Ball, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Pass to Marshall. Jacks up a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And it's a 9-point Maverick lead.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be. That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Christie. In the corner, Lively with it. And finished off by Lively.
Timeout. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of basketball. Smith in the post. Pass to Bridges. Here's Miller. Shot to stop the run. Can't get the layup. Dallas leading by 11. You know, Greg, one thing you noticed, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Outside, Green. It's rebounded by Dallas. There's the drive. The kick out to Williams. Davis surveying the floor. Thompson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Bridges with the board. Hornets trail by 11. Pass to Williams. Out to Miller. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Now Bridges. Rebounded by Gafford. Thompson left side. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy. 6 seconds left now here in the second. Miller outside. They need this one. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Hornets trail by 14. Right side, Ball. Miller outside. Over Thompson. And a beautiful finish by Miller.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Irving looking over the floor. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball.
That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
To the paint. Here's Gafford. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Brandon Miller. This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Thompson with it, and it's Miller picking him up. And stolen by Miller. There's Ball with the 3. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
There is just such enthusiasm, such a love for the game with LaMelo. Shot after shot going down.
Irving up top. Out to Thompson. 5 to shoot. Over Miller. Nice shot by Thompson. Thompson's got 5 now.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
They get it again. Lays it up off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Outside Irving. From the baseline. Gafford. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
See, Kyrie never hesitates. As soon as he sees that open man, boy, it is on time.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Looking for a breather. And maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Hornets trail by 14. On the wing, Bridges. A 3-pointer, no good. Here's Gafford. And he banks in the layup. 10 points for him.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Here's Ball. Driving in. And he uses the glass on the layup.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
Here's Irving. Ball with the rebound. And here's Charlotte. They trail by 14. Wasted no time on that one. Miller's got 5 points in the quarter.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the Mavericks making a change here. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And here is Irving. To the inside. And finished off by Davis.
And he'll get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Miles Bridges.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Anthony Davis.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Here's Miller. That one goes. Count it. Miller's got 9.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. Mavericks leading by 15. Down low. Gafford. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Gafford's got 9 points now in just the second half. Bridges, right side. It's good from long range.
I tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Hornets with the rebound. And it's Miller in the corner. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass is coming.
Here's Gafford. The kick out to Irving. "20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Right wing. And here's Marshall from the arc. Miller grabs the miss. Ball with it. Out to Bridges. From outside, off the mark. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Mavericks lead by 11. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Mavericks leading by 11. Pass to Marshall. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Marshall. Nice move. And another shot. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Marshall's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Dallas. Here's Ball. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Well, in the paint, it's the length and the agility of LaMelo Ball to get things done around physical defenders.
Pass to Christie. Baseline J on the way. The Hornets pull it in. Curry on the wing. Here's Okogie. Now Ball. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter. Steps back. Outside Irving. Jump shot is good that time. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
Well, the key there is Kyrie Irving did a great job setting up his defender on the pick and roll, and it led to the score.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. A different look for Dallas. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Gafford, no one around him. Here's Davis. Now, here's Washington. Pass to Gafford. Just 4 to shoot. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Williams' shot is off. Hornets trail by 9. And here's Green outside. Drops in the tray.
So the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Ball. And the rejection by Gafford. To the left wing. Back to Thompson. Pass to Gafford. Pocket 6. Bridges with some nice defense. To the middle. Can't cash in from close range. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 17 points was their biggest margin. Williams can't hit.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And here's Green outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He knows every possession is critical now. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. A floater. And it's Lively laying it in. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Got a piece of it. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Outside Williams. There's the pick. Pass to Exum.
Oh, how about that rejection from Miles Bridges? Send it back.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And here's Charlotte. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Williams. No good with the layup. 4-on-3 break. And that's an intentional foul.
Miles Bridges. Second personal foul. First team foul.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
Now Ball. Pass to Williams. Now here is Miller. There's the triple. They get the rebound. The kick out to Ball. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. But 3. Again, Ball missing. Here's Prosper. No good off the front iron. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Badder done. Anyway we see them, we a bang pan another one. Boss up. Any boy this ballot on them in a bad man, you know where vibes can done. Vibes can done with a sound boy for fun. Big bad man from outer England. Baseline drop, I tell you who baseline. Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we. Badder than, bad from me bad. Where you get your badder from? Where me get? Coulda come from Afghanistan. They no want see this cross, make me up in my hand. But other man, you know me vibes can done. Lyrics them a fire like a from a big other man from outer England. When me lyrics start fire, watch a song viral. Yo. From a guy this day program shut up. Them say them a bad man, me have a hawk. Which one when we have dead off it? Them like it. Dogs pull up on your foot and none of them no sing song. Fun face in a hand when I have time for waste. Me better than. Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we. Badder done. Nobody better than we.
drop the top on the 6th Street. Fly in my ops, she didn't envy me. Passing it off like CP3. Shawty, she calling me MVP. I be on time, it's something you ain't never seen before. They call me the dog, really want my whole team to score.
We'll see the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson alongside. David Aldridge is with us from the floor tonight. He'll be the Nets off the tip. Johnson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, that didn't take long. You got to leave some guys back on the tip, or that's what'll happen.
To the left side wing. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Morant. And the shot falls short this time.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoffs, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
John Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bane missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future. Showing his ability to run the floor. Johnson making plays.
Grant. The rebound by the Nets. It's Thomas on the wing. It's Williams high post. And Bane pulls it down. Outside Jackson. It's good from long range.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
Johnson outside. Back to Russell. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Jackson misses. And it's Williams with the ball for Brooklyn. Here's Russell. Into the lane. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
And, you know, we talk about feel and reading the situation. Russell gets an opening there and does not flinch.
Now, here's Bane. Here's Wells. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Claxton. So both teams making some changes here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Edey can't hit. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez for a minute. Now, we talked about the big man, Jaren Jackson Jr., and specifically how to defend him. The coach said he's a guy that can score from all 3 levels. Our guys have to be on him and active defensively as soon as he touches the ball. Coach needs his team to bring the energy tonight, and we'll see if they can respond. Guys?
Thank you, David. Pass to Johnson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 5 now.
Beautiful stroke from Johnson, even on the quick shot.
And you look at the career of D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's played for several teams, including the Lakers twice.
Teams keep trading for D'Lo for his offense. He can be electric. There is a reason why he's been named an all-star in his career. No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And it's Russell missing. The Grizzlies trailed by 4. Aldama inside. Here's Morant. No good that time. Excellent D there by Johnson. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Nets.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Shot's good by Pippen.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Wilson. Williams with the ball. And Williams slams it in.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
Oh, this is what you love seeing. Jackson Jr. using that size advantage on the offensive glass.
Stolen by Jackson. Fast break Memphis. Finished off the break. He has 7.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Nets out in front. They lead by a bucket. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Didn't think that was going to go in. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Kicks it out to Wilson. 6 to shoot. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Count it. Good. Johnson's got his first 2 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And, Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times. But they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly shows.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. The Nets shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Brooklyn leading by 5. It's Thomas outside. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Outside Pippen. Knocked away. And stolen.
Just another on the Porter Porsches endorsements. You was on the strip and got